And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, it's America's Best Podcast. This is What's the Buzz. Hello, everybody. I'm Mad Dog DeCipio, joined as I am each and every week by Amelia, the Pitbull Chapman. How are you, Amelia?
I'm doing better. I'm trying to make sure I drop down everything for today.
Well, I was going to say, because, I know that you asked for this time because, see, here's the thing, folks. Amelia's usually she's a nice person. But once in a while, the subject matter or two or three or 12 will get under her crawl.
Yeah.
And so tonight we are going to, she asked for the time, I'm going to give it to her. Tonight we are going to do Pissed Off Pitbull, her Amelia's annual venting, bullshit, rant and rave session.
Once a month, or twice a month kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And this is Mad Dog Media, of course, and I'm the Mad Dog.
How are you?
I'm doing well. I got a lot going on. We got some heavy hitters going to join us in the show.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, we got some heavy hitters. We're going to be going back. Everybody's asking, when are you going to do some wrestling shows? Because that's what really brought us to the dance, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it did.
Okay, and I feel like Michael Corleone in The Godfather. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
They did. And you said you'd never do any more wrestling, and
I know. Well, like Hulk Hogan says, never say never.
Yep.
The Hulk. We're going to talk about him too. He's got some stuff going on.
Yep.
What are you babbling about? What?
I said we wanted to go this way, but we're having to go back that way again and then back in the middle.
Let me tell you something, young lady. I've been back and forth up and down this road more times than you don't even know. Okay. That's why we're still here. We give the people what they want. That's why we're still here.
Yes.
14.5 million people later.
Mm-hmm.
People think I make that number up.
You don't, though. You want to screenshot that one day.
It's not.
Show it.
Go look.
Yeah, go look and join if you haven't yet.
I tell everybody, my life is an open book. Go look. I'm serious. Go look.
Go look and click that subscribe button.
Hit the subscribe, hit the like, go on the YouTube, go on the Podbean, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora. Where else? We missing?
Apple. You said Apple, right?
Apple Music, Amazon. Yeah, we're everywhere.
Yeah, just check your local.
You can listen to our show on Alexa.
Yes.
I'm not even kidding.
I did, because we have one here that I can listen to it.
Yeah, you can listen to our show on Alexa.
Yeah.
We're on, we're on Twitter. Well, no, not anymore. We're not on Twitter. I'm sorry. We're not on X anymore. It's not Twitter now. It's X. We're not on X anymore because they won't let us. Mm-hmm. They want us to pay. Can you believe that?
No.
They want us to pay to broadcast. They should be paying me.
Exactly.
Okay, they should be paying me to broadcast.
And there's also Odyssey. Don't forget Odyssey, that you can view the video later on.
YouTube. Oh God, yeah, Odyssey, YouTube. We're on TikTok. We're on. Certain. We're not on TikTok all the time. Certain clips are.
Yes.
And the reason is you can only. Spotify, I'm sorry, not Spotify. TikTok only allows you a certain amount of time.
Exactly.
And if you go over that time, then they chop you up.
You have to do part 2, part 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we don't do, you're allowed up to like an hour.
Yes.
Which is fine because we do like 6-10-minute sessions. Which is fine. I'm fine with that. But it's a shame, though, that when you go on live, and I don't know how people do it without their backgrounds, but we can't do it without our background.
Right.
I like our background. I like our studio. Bless you.
Thank you. I didn't want to.
You're very good. You muted your button like a professional.
Don't want to sneeze in your ear or anybody else's ear.
All right, good.
I've been cleaning up in here, trying to get some stuff moved in from the outside,
Yeah.
everything out.
Amelia, I should tell everybody, Amelia is in Florida. She is right in the path of this devastating hurricane, which
Yeah.
they say is going to be 180 miles an hour or more. When it hits land, it's going to ramp up. It's going to be even worse than that. And don't forget, they're just getting over Hurricane Helene.
Yes.
Imagine what that's going to do to the people above you in Georgia and the Carolinas that are still underwater.
Well, it's supposed to hit Florida. Like Florida's like this, and it's supposed to go this way to Florida, and then back into
If
the
it
Atlantic
goes
and
straight across, that's fine.
Yes.
If it goes straight across, that's what they're looking for that to happen.
Right.
They actually want that to happen because if it goes straight across, it's going to go from one side to the other, back from the water to the water. Let it go back out to the water.
Exactly.
Away.
And I just don't understand why fucking HARP, excuse my language, or don't excuse whatever, had it start right there in the Gulf of Mexico, right by Mexico, and it's shooting it this way. Why the fuck? Okay, we just got rid of one. Why are you giving us another one?
Well, here's the problem, though. Think about the Gulf of Mexico. Think about what it is. The water.
Yeah.
It's hot meets the cold.
Yes.
It's the upper air meeting the lower atmosphere. That's how hurricanes are born.
Yes.
When hot and cold mix together like that, bad stuff happens in the air. You get hurricanes, you get cyclones, tornadoes, you get all kinds of shit, nasty stuff that you don't want to deal with.
Oh, no, I know. That's what we're
I lived in Tennessee. Let me tell you something. I hope I never see another tornado again.
I know, right?
In person, anyway. I like to see them on TV where I'm safe.
Right? Me too. I was like, please don't come over here. But we're 52 minutes above Tampa, so we're hoping that we're just going to get a lot of the wind and the rain, and we're not going to get a lot of that. It's going to be probably 95 to 100 mile an hour winds is what we're going to get.
No, you're going to get more than that.
So
you're getting 180 miles. Right now, it's 100 and the hurricane right now is 190 miles an hour right now.
Right
now.
When it hits us, so it'll probably be lessened. Hopefully.
Okay. That's how strong the winds are right now as we speak. Because we have our weather tracker.
Yeah.
Okay. Tomorrow by 9 p.m., you guys, Jeff, Joseph, you guys better be tied down. You better be chained down. You duct tape their ass to the chair if you have to. I'm serious because you're going to get some.
We're going to get some nasty.
Even the governor, your governor, DeSantis, is saying if you don't have to go anywhere, shelter in place. Yeah. That means don't fucking move.
Or if you're not able to go anywhere, in my case, then we have to shelter in place, unfortunately.
Yes, shelter in place. And they already set up 2 stadiums.
Yes.
2 stadiums right now. Okay? 2 of the largest stadiums in the state of Florida are ready and willing to take on anybody that comes in. Remember, are you old enough, Amelia, to remember years ago Hurricane Andrew?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Do you remember what happened in Louisiana with Hurricane Andrew?
Oh my gosh, there was like everything went underwater. You couldn't see anything.
The only thing that didn't drown in Hurricane Andrew was the Superdome.
Yeah.
And that's where people stayed for days, weeks. Some people were there for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Living in the Superdome.
Yes.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine waking up and sleeping every day for a month or 2 in a fucking stadium?
Wow, no. Yeah, they got
people did that.
Yeah, the Buccaneer Stadium, and then they have the what is it? The baseball teams also stadiums got. I mean, it's full of cots. You should see it. It's like
I
row to
saw
row
it.
cots. It's
Yeah, it's where the Mariners play.
yeah, yeah. It's
Oh, I don't even remember. My
that's
wife and I were just talking about it. Oh,
yeah.
somebody's here. Let's
Oh,
see. Oh, Ruffian. How you doing, brother? Been burn these lances, the real estate. Oh yeah, you know what?
never know.
Let's talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my brother-in-law said it's Hurricane
Katrina,
Katrina,
not Andrew.
not Andrew,
Mm-hmm.
and he should know because he was there.
Mm.
Scott, you were there, right, in New Orleans when they had people were living in the Superdome. Stay with me for a couple minutes, brother.
Yeah, it's the
My
Devil
brother-in-law.
Rays Stadium. That's where they're going to be at. The
Well,
Devil Rays.
Scott is a Scott Gates, by the way, is in our
Mm-hmm.
chat. It's my brother-in-law. He's an EMT.
Mm-hmm.
He's an emergency worker. He's a firefighter. He does all that stuff. You got to see when he puts his uniform on. He's got like 200 pounds of shit he's got to wear. You got to see this guy, and he's a big dude. You know, he looks like RoboCop. He's put all this shit on him. He's got walkie talkies and he's got his badges and all this other shit. Oh my god. The conspiracy. Talk about the conspiracy element of this. Let's talk about that because it's important. It's important because there are people who believe, I'm one of them, who believe that the government is manipulating the weather.
Oh yes, I believe that 100%.
I absolutely believe it. First of all, it's not normal it's normal for hurricanes to follow each other, but not like this, not this quickly. I think those hurricanes had some help.
And did you see the
Is
ones
what
that
I'm
are
saying.
going to China as well? The ones that are one back to back.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is going on?
Well, we know what's going on.
Yeah.
We know what's going on. The question is, why is it going on?
Yeah.
The answer is simple. Simple. To displace people so that the money hungry people, the land grabbers, can grab up all the real estate they can as cheaply as possible.
Oh,
Why do you think they did what they did in Hawaii and Maui?
Oh yeah, to grab all that beautiful land up really quickly and possible.
Who do you think was behind that?
Oprah.
All of her, that
And
piece
The
of
Rock.
fuck. Her, Dwayne Johnson, that piece of fuck. You know? I didn't know they could pile brown shit that fucking high.
Yeah, I know. Wait.
You know?
And I was just like, really, you're gonna be up here all, telling people what to do. I was like, whatever. I wish celebrities would stop telling people to vote for this, vote for that, and just vote for whom you want. Listen to both parties, and whoever you feel you want to vote for is up to you. I'm not gonna tell you who to vote for.
Well,
I just don't like the bitch Kamala. Okay, that's my point.
Yeah, they call her Kamala. We call her Kamala.
Yeah.
Kamala, the Ugandan giant. That's what we call her. All right, so let's ask the question, Amelia. Then, what are you so pissed off about tonight? Why did you ask for time to be pissed off? Well, you don't need. You never had to ask for time to be pissed off. You're always pissed off about something.
Well, yeah, I mean, like you said, Kamala, the Ugandan giant, she's giving, I don't know how many thousands to Ukraine, and then she's only giving $750 to people that from Hurricane Helene. But the stipulation is you're gonna be colored, and you have to have a low income, and you have to qualify.
I say that again, so because I know what you're talking about, but maybe people don't.
Yeah.
Say that again, exactly how you said it.
Yeah, to
Because
qualify.
I want people to hear what you said. Hold on.
Yeah.
I want people to hear what you said.
Yeah.
Don't talk over me. They can't hear me. I want people to hear what you said. Now take your time and say it again.
Okay. To qualify for the $750 that they just want to give you, you have to be, first of all, colored, low income, and you have to qualify.
Do you hear the word that they're using? Colored. She's not making that up. That's why I wanted her to say it exactly as she said it. Because that's the word that Kamala Harris used.
Yes, she did.
Colored. Okay? Well, guess what? I'm colored. Amelia's colored. I'm tan. She's white. Okay? You got black, yellow, red, tan, olive, white. What color? Pick a color, Kamala. We're all fucking colored, lady.
Exactly.
You understand where we're going with this? We're all fucking colored. Pick your color. Oh, no, because you might get some fucking twat that says, oh, I identify as Asian. Okay?
And she's
You might get some a Puerto Rican guy from the islands from San Juan to say, oh, I identify as Asian.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get some twats like that.
Oh, yeah, there's one right
That's
now.
That's my new favorite word, by the way. Twat. I love that fucking word, twat. And we're allowed to say it on the air, and I love it.
Yeah.
El Ruffian is a Spanish and Italian. Oh, my God. God bless you, brother. Holy shit. How'd you fucking pull that one off, Ruff?
Oh, my gosh. Pissed off in a lot of ways, right?
Man. No, he's got pissed off down to a science. Trust me when I tell you.
Absolutely.
I should have called the show Pissed Off with El Ruffian.
Pissed off Mexican style, I guess.
So what else is bothering you? First of all, you sound like shit tonight. Let me just compliment you. You sound like shit. You sound like you got no voice left.
Well, they've been letting us having to go to work. Unfortunately, we've been having to go to work, and I do a lot of talking at work. So through calling people up, so for money, so for bills.
Now, do you get when you do they call you or you call them?
I have a list to call because people either still owe the insurance, or I need to find out if I need to do an insurance claim that the insurance did.
So you follow up on insurance claims.
Correct.
Okay, so now let me ask you a question. Do you get paid on the number of calls you make, like on a quota system?
Oh, no, we can take our time on the calls because a lot of the calls we have to still do the research and look into the account.
Well, I'm asking you that because a lot of people get paid on a quota.
No, I get paid per hour.
Like they have to meet a certain percentage. No. Okay.
No.
I was wondering how that worked.
Well, it just depends on who you work for. But I mean, the bosses that I work for, they're from India, and they seem to be really nice. I'm starting to get to know a lot of people better because, I've been there just 2 months, and they said that if we need anything, don't hesitate to let them know because they'll do anything for their employees. And I'm like, well, that was nice of them. And
well, here's the thing. It's fun. I was telling my wife, she goes, my wife always asks, what's the show about tonight? I said, it's Pissed Off Pitbull. She said, and she started to laugh. I knew that slow smirk on her face. And she said, well, if I know you, it's going to be Pissed Off Mad Dog by the time the show's over.
Because I want to bring up something. Nope.
Oh, he goes, El Ruffian says, I'm pretty chilled. I broke the cycle. Well, God bless you, brother. I didn't. I just accelerated the cycle.
But that makes
There's nothing chill about the Mad Dog. I can tell you that. There's nothing chill about me.
But guess what? That makes
not
you
at all.
You are today, though. That makes you.
What? It does make me.
Yeah.
I had this conversation with Anita. My wife's Anita, by the way. She's upstairs probably listening to us right now. Because she likes to listen. She don't want to come. She could come down here and listen. But she stays upstairs. She's on her phone.
She's probably going.
She plays on her phone, and then she listens to me. Because I always know when I go back, she goes, oh, you were loud, and who you're hollering at, and be nice to Amelia. And okay. But here's the thing, seriously. This is who I am.
Mhm.
I am a nice person. And do I have flaws? Yes. I'm prejudiced. Yes. Am I a bigot? Yes. Am I a racist? I can be. Probably, yeah. Okay. Am I all of these things? Yes. Am I loving? Yes. Am I caring? Yes. Do I care about humanity and people? Deeply, yes. But there are certain things
Mhm.
that push my buttons. Can I use foul language? Yeah, all
Yeah.
the time. Do I use the N word? Occasionally. I'm not proud of it, but I do. But the fact that I'm honest about it should tell you that I'm a decent person because I
Yeah.
don't lie. One thing I don't do is I don't lie.
I mean, if they can use it, why can't we? Because I mean, I've Mexican people call themselves wetbacks all the time.
You
Other
know
people
what
call them
bothers me?
wetbacks.
Can I tell you what bothers me?
Mhm.
And I'm going to, folks, I'm going to drop the N bomb, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm dropping the N bomb. The N bomb. I hate it. I hate it when two black people on television or in a movie called each other nigga.
Mhm.
But if I say, hey, nigga, what's up? Oh,
Oh
you
no!
would
My
think
God, it
that
was
the
great.
world would stop,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
It, if I can't say it, if it's not appropriate for me to say it, do yourself a favor, my black brothers and sisters. Stop calling each other the N word.
Yeah.
Because if you do it, white people think it's okay.
Exactly.
Okay? You understand where we're going with this? Go ahead, Neil.
No, I mean I can understand where you're coming from because a lot of us, we Spanish people, they think we're all wetbacks, and yeah, we think it's funny. We laugh at it. We call each other, hey wetback, whatever, or
Yeah.
pinche culo or whatever. We curse at each other like that, but that's just a term of endearment. And if anybody else that's white or different race calls us that, we call
Yeah.
them back the same thing, and we joke around with it. We don't think it's, oh no, it's offensive. Oh my God, we don't do that, and that's gotta
Well,
stop.
let me ask you a question.
Hmm.
When you're with other Hispanic people,
Right.
do you ever call each other derogatory names?
Oh yeah, like pinche, or Spanish word that's pinche, like son of a, that's like a bitch in Spanish, or anything
Okay.
like that. We call each other names like that,
Okay.
or or like any other curse words, or we say wet back, like I was saying that, and whoever's with me or like that, and or like, oh, so I'm white, I'm a cracker. I say, I can call you cracker. You want to call me wet back? And they start
Well,
laughing. We start
exactly.
laughing, and it's a joke, and we don't
I
do
had this
anything.
conversation. I'm asking you because I had this conversation.
Hmm.
I had this conversation. And I have yet to have anyone disagree with me. Mad Dog, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm right. Then why are we still doing it to each other? Why? If I'm right,
Because everybody still wants
why
to try.
can't we just talk?
Exactly.
Why does anybody have to be anything? Why can't we just have a conversation?
Right. Exactly. We're all human. We're all, well, at least that I know of, right? And we all bleed red. We all have a heartbeat. We all, you know, we
Well,
all,
El Ruffian, and I love this guy, and there's a reason why I love this guy because he thinks the way I do. What if the N word is a political propaganda plant to create division? It absolutely is, and it was then, and it
like,
still is.
yeah. And then
Do you know who came up?
who?
You know who came up with the word Nigger?
Who did?
The United States government came up with that word.
Mm.
You know why? Because they had to come up with a word that would separate this group of people from Africa from the indigenous people here that were largely
Mhm.
largely Indian.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And then there was this other group of folks the white people, like us, well, like you actually, because you're whiter than I.
A white
I
Mexican.
love to dig it. But here's the thing though. That's important. It's really important. Listen to this, because you'll get it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
If they didn't have that word, if they did not have that word, immediately, there would have been equality from the get-go.
Right.
That's the difference. That word created, let me tell you what it created. It created, number one, division. Number two, a second-class citizen. Number three, it created opportunity for money, economic growth, money. You get it?
Yes.
Okay. And on the lower end of it, it created, and I'm not real proud of this, but it created a seed that exists today in people. I'm one of them.
Yeah.
The N word is 500, 600 years old.
Oh, yes.
Okay, guess what? People are still using it. Still using it today.
Wow.
And we are over that. We're over that. Yeah, and now ruffian's absolutely right. They use that as a victim class.
Yeah.
You know? People don't understand that. This is all history, folks.
Yeah.
If you don't understand, then you don't know your history. And that's the biggest problem with the United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say this, I'm going to get in trouble, but I don't give a shit. Black people listening to me, learn your history. Learn your history and understand why certain things happened and be proud of your history.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
And stop trying to blame other people for your problems.
Yes.
Be proud of just the Italians. The Italian people are the same way.
Mm-hmm.
The same way. This country was named after an Italian. His name was America Vespucci. He was a navigator for another Italian named Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
We know that. He owned slaves. He degraded women and beat them, and he sodomized women, and he was a horrible human being. But without Christopher Columbus, you and I are not here.
Right.
You understand that? Do you understand that? Okay, yeah. I'm going to say it again. Without Christopher Columbus, we're not here. So be pissed off all you want.
Yeah. And you know, I'm not going to tell you, like I said, who to vote for, but you know, you can probably already tell who I'm voting for, because let me tell you something, Miss Kamala. Whatever you do to push whatever, I'm not going to be putting money in black people's pocket for restitution, like you promised that Al Sharpton, to pay them back for being slaves, because guess what? There is no more slaves.
Stop, please.
No.
Stop. Let me tell you something, okay? Because now it's going to be pissed off Mad Dog, all right?
That's what I'm pissed off about.
Okay. Here's the thing you got to understand. You see that rhetoric? You see that language, that rhetoric?
Yeah.
You see what it did to me?
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're talking like that. They want to get people like me fired up. Yeah. It's not going to happen. It will never never happen. Hell, I promise you, hell will freeze over first.
Yes.
Before every African American gets a dime in restitution, hell itself will freeze the fuck over. Nobody's getting restitution.
Nope.
Because if they are, I'm standing in line. I want my motherfucking restitution.
Right?
For all the shit that the FBI and the CIA had to put my people through.
Wow.
Including members of my family. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and then too, it's like they want to divide us again. But have you noticed that a lot of Black people are going toward Trump now?
You know why? Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
Because he's the only one that's making fucking sense out there.
Exactly. He's the only one that's making sense.
Do you know? People are going to love this one. Do you know back in the day when African American people were given the right to vote, almost every Black registered as a Republican?
Oh, I don't blame them.
Almost every Black registered as a Republican. And then here's what happened. Two pieces of shit called the Kennedy brothers. Okay? I should say three pieces of shit.
Yeah.
But a guy named John F. Kennedy sweet talked his way into the African American community. So did his brother Bobby. Okay? They did some good stuff, but they did some underhanded, shady, sneaky shit too.
Yeah.
And that's what got both of them in serious trouble with certain people that took them out. Next week, we're going to talk, or not next week, the week after.
The 23rd,
we're going to talk,
yeah. 21st, 22nd, and 23rd.
3 days. I have a JFK expert coming in. We got 3 days of, you ain't going to believe this shit.
Yeah.
Trust me. Anyway.
I have a feeling it's going to be more than 3 days we're going to need, probably.
I got a feeling it's going to turn into about a 6-month seminar.
You never know, right? Because you said yourself we could do a whole podcast on the Kennedys.
You could.
Yeah.
You know what? People have asked me about that. Why don't you do a whole podcast on the Kennedy assassination? We actually could, you know.
Yeah, but there's other things that we want to bring you guys to.
There's other things. Yeah, there's a whole world of stuff out there. See, one of the things that I'll never do is I will never get pigeonholed. I'm not going to be, that's why I left wrestling.
Right.
I don't want to be pigeonholed as the guy that does that wrestling podcast, Wrestling with the Future. That's is it one of our shows? Yes. It's absolutely, but so is On the Record. So is What's the Buzz. That's what we do. Every format that we do has a different agenda. Wrestling with the Future, we talk about everything involved in the world of pro wrestling. Vince McMahon's legal troubles, AEW, WWE, all the other promotions that exist.
Right.
On the Record is our celebrity show. That's where we bring people in to talk on the record about their career, how they became. We did it. We just had Barbara Streisand's sister with us, Rosalind Kind. What a wonderful woman.
That was a great
and we
show.
Played Barb. Actually, I should say, technically speaking, Barbara Streisand was a guest on my show because there was the video.
Yeah.
I'm smiling. I'm happy about that.
And we got to play it. That's the main thing. That's on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to play that too. And we've had, oh my God, we've had the celebrity gossip columnist Will Keck. What a show that was.
That one was hilarious. God. Oh my God.
He was fucking hilarious.
If you haven't seen it, you have to go back and watch it on YouTube, especially after that Manscaped commercial.
We know he uses Manscaped, that's for sure.
That was hilarious. I said, oh my God, he's doing that on air. And I know that he's gay, but he had me blushing.
Funny. I never laughed so much. That was funny.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else, Amelia? What else has got you like under your goat there?
Well, I mean, it's like that too. And then they're telling us, okay, well, you have to do this. You have to do that for the hurricane evacuation. And How come they didn't warn people ahead of time for the Helene one? They had so many time.
There you go. That's
That
exact.
pisses me
I
off.
knew I had a question for you.
Mhm.
I knew I had a question for you. Simple question, Neil. Why did it take this long? Why didn't they give you guys like a heads up when they knew that it was in the coming your way?
I know, right? Helene, it just happened like that, where everybody was like, "What?"
Well,
And
that
then
came out of nowhere.
and all these other states that got
But the
hit.
thing about Hurricane Helene, in defense of the weather people, it came out fast and it went fast and it went
Yeah,
boom, boom, and it was very quick and did a lot of damage in the way.
yeah.
Very fast. The fast ones are always the ones that do more damage.
Oh, yeah, because this one that's headed our way started as a 1, then a 3, and then it went back to a 3, and then a 5. Now it's a 4.
That's a strong, strong hurricane.
And by the time it hits Tampa, it'll probably be a 3, they're predicting. So we're hoping it does
Well,
that.
here's what's going to happen, and I'm going to tell you right now.
Mm-hmm.
You want it to hit land.
Yeah, we've been through 3 before.
And the reason is when a hurricane hits land, it slows down.
Yeah.
That's what you want. Now, that's the good thing. The bad thing is when it hits land, it's going to destroy everything in its way.
Yes.
That's the downside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ideally, you just want a hurricane to zip right through you.
Yes.
Go right. You don't want it to travel. Go make a straight path from this side to that side. Go.
Yeah. Yeah,
see you later.
And then we used to have an empty pasture behind us here, and I'm pointing near my window here, but now they built a bunch of houses behind us, so that kind of helps out. And then to the right of us here, they also built.
Well, it all depends on if you live in that house or not.
No, I mean they built it was a lot of empty lots. That's what I'm saying. And then now and then of course we live where on the street on front of us, a major street where there's a lot of trees to the right. And then, of course, we have schools and we have more houses that were built across the street from us. That was empty lots. So that hopefully should help.
Well, yeah, but hopefully those people, and I get what you're saying, that there's protection, but it's not, you're not protected. If you live in those houses, you're not protected.
No.
You're as open as everybody else then.
Yeah, and so everybody, there's some people here that have stayed. They're riding it out with us.
Yeah.
So.
Well, hey, look, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta suck it up. It's 7:37. Why don't we do this? We'll be right back.
Okay.
Do you have sweaty balls or volleyball netty balls? It's time to make them ready balls. The Manscaped.com Lawnmower 3.0 will do the job and clean your knob with its patented no-nick head, so your head will function as desired. Enter promo code Wrestling Future for a generous 20% discount. That's enter Wrestling Future for a 20% discount. Manscaped.com and Wrestling with the Future, going balls to the walls with Manscaped.com. And the Lawnmower 3.0, your balls will thank you. And so will we. We are back with What's the Buzz, America's Best Podcast. I'm Mad Dog DeCipio, joined by Amelia, the pissed off Pitbull Chapman.
All right.
All right. So what else has got you go?
Well, like we have plenty of gas, right? But I mean, there was people lined up like crazy just to get gas. I'm like, okay, y'all should have got it a long time ago if you're gonna be leaving.
Amelia, if you want gas, just eat some of that cookie down there.
Right?
That Mexican cookie. Now you'll get all the gas you want.
But there was plenty of bread and water.
No, I mean, how about the gas stations? Are they, on a serious note, are they are people down there? Mm-hmm. They're not like price gouging you are they?
No, they're keeping the same prices because he said Governor DeSantis said we're keeping the same prices, but we are making sure that gas trucks are still coming. You're not going to be without gas. which he's got to bring something to Zephyr Hills.
Right.
But but there was plenty of water, there's plenty of bread still, there was peanut butter, things like that for
Yeah.
everybody. So, even the grocery stores are limiting
Yeah.
so much per thing, which is a good thing. You're not, you're
Yeah.
not
True.
allowing people to get so much stuff, and that's what I'm really good and proud of our local grocery store here that we go to. And they didn't raise
Good.
the prices on anything. As a matter of fact, they lowered the prices. They had bread like 2 for $5, 2 for $3, and then they had
Yeah.
peanut butter on sale, buy one get one, which was really
Yeah.
good.
Good. Good. The worst thing, and I saw this happen. I saw it happen with Hurricane Katrina,
Mhm.
Hurricane Andrew. I saw it happen with Hurricane Sandy,
Mhm.
where people just price gouged.
Yeah.
Just like, all right, the people are having a hard enough time. Are you really now you're going to suck their last dollar out of them too?
Exactly. I mean, we're already paying out the ass for food. I mean, don't tell me you're going
Thank
to
you.
do something when you become president. You're in the damn White House now. Do something, damn it.
Well, talk about it. Go ahead.
It's like
You're pissed off about you. Obviously, you're not voting for Kamala Harris. We know
exactly.
that.
I hate that bitch, and I'll say it to anybody that wants to hear. I hate that
Good.
bitch.
There you go.
Because first of all, you tell people, "Oh, if when I get into the White House and become president, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that." Well, damn it, woman, you're in the White House now.
You've
You're
been in
the
the White
one.
House for 4 years. Where the fuck were you?
You signed a lot of these things that Biden wanted to approve, and you signed off on them. Your signature's all over them. He even admitted on it
Yeah.
on a press conference that he did in his conference room that he hardly has not gone to, but one time when you were supposed to do your live show on some state, and he interrupted you because he wanted to take the credit that you were going to take some credit for.
Well,
Did
let
you
me
hear about
explain
that?
something. I want to explain
Mhm.
the simple dynamics here. Okay. Um, Joe Biden, if he had his way,
Right.
would have continued his campaign.
He might still. There's rumors.
Hold on.
Rumors.
Hold
Just
on.
rumors.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on, please. I'm not in the business of rumors. Keep your goddamn rumors. I don't need them. I don't want them. I'm in the business of facts. Okay. Now that I got that clear, here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about facts. Here are the facts. Joe Biden would still be running were it not for the people who run the country. The president, ladies and gentlemen, I assure you, does not run the United States of America. He does not run the country. People who are running this country, you don't know their names, you don't know their faces, you don't know where they live or who they are. They could be eating lunch with you in the restaurant in the table next door. You'll never know it. And it's designed that way.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, that's number one.
Right.
They chose Kamala Harris for two reasons. Number one, she's a woman. Number two, and by the way, it was their choice, not Joe Biden's choice. Joe Biden had no idea who Kamala Harris was. Okay? No clue who Kamala Harris was. Except the only thing he knew is that he had a debate with this woman years ago during the presidential primary, which was like a fart in church. That was a horrible debate. All right. Now, again, they took somebody that was female, that was a person of color. She's not black, folks. I'll tell you that.
He is not.
She is not black. She is Indian and Jamaican. That's the fact. Like the fact or not, learn to live with the fact. Kamala Harris is not now, nor has she ever been black. Okay? I'll say it again next week on our next show.
Yeah.
So you'll understand. No, she's not a black woman.
And she's not a Mexican either. Don't try to use me that
She's
fake
not
accent.
Mexican. She is Indian. She is Indian and Jamaican. We know that from both of her parents' birth certificates. Period.
Right?
End of story.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right. Anybody has a problem with that, please address your comments or concerns to Mad Dog DeCipio.
I thought he
I
was
will
going to say
take
to
that.
me. I thought he was
Okay.
going to give you my email address.
Scott says she's colorblind.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
But
she's colorblind. She's just fucking blind, brother. I got news for you.
and then I've noticed a big difference with Joe
There's
Biden.
nothing about that bitch I like.
Yeah, me
There's
either.
no, in my opinion, and I'll
Mhm.
offer my opinion. You didn't ask for it, but I don't give a fuck. In my opinion, for what it's worth. Oh, it's going to be trouble.
Go for it.
This woman is singularly the most condescending, reprehensible, two-faced, double-talking, manipulative piece of shit that I've ever seen in one single person.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they took every
Thank you.
miserable trait in every horrible politician and created Kamala Harris with it.
Yeah, I think so.
And she's either going to win overwhelmingly, or they're going to put Donald Trump back. And I say they because I will tell you folks, don't vote. Don't vote for anyone. Your vote, ladies and gentlemen, does not count. It never has. It never will. The person and or group responsible for the election of the president of the United States is called the Electoral Congress. It's a group of people, most of whom you don't know and wouldn't know if they bit you on the ass. Okay? That's the group. They are the people who choose the president of the United States. That's how it works. If you don't believe me, they have a meeting every year at Bohemian Grove in California where the president is chosen. They discuss, they decide, they make it happen. Richard Nixon, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, Ronald Reagan were all chosen at the Bohemian Grove. Why? Because they're all members of the secretive Bohemian Club. And you've got to be a multi-millionaire to even join. You've got to have at least $25 million or more to be even considered for membership.
And you have to be male too. So there you go.
And you have to be male, and it doesn't hurt if you're homosexual either.
No.
Because there's a lot of shit like that going on down there.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are up. That's a fast hour, Amelia.
Yeah.
What we got coming up next week?
Oh, let's see. We got we got Dean Butler tomorrow.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt you just a minute. Okay. Yes, El Ruffian, absolutely. The Bilderberger Group. That's another one. Alex Jones, God bless Alex Jones. He has infiltrated that group twice already. But they're wise to him. Now, every time he tries to get involved in the Bilderberger Group, they know he's coming, and they block all access.
All
right. Now, what are you smiling about?
Nothing. I'm just laughing because I'm thinking to myself, okay, Biden has been gone for what? How long? We have noticed a weird Biden, and all of a sudden he's talking like his old self was, and he is like joking
That's
around.
because there's no need for the actors anymore.
I know. It's like we got Biden back. I felt like asking him, "Where have you been?" I did. I feel like asking him, "Where have you been?"
Do you know what the mumbling Biden was all about?
Uh-uh.
It was all to set up everything. All right, I'm going to say what I know now, okay? So if it gets me in trouble, I'm going to say it. About 8 months ago, a conscious decision was made for Kamala Harris to be president. What they did was they proceeded with Joe Biden's help to make Joe Biden look like a bumbling idiot. Okay? And they had actors playing Joe Biden. And they had Joe Biden playing Joe Biden. And they had other people playing Joe Biden. All right? All to set up the scenario by which he looked like an idiot. He looked incompetent. He looked like he couldn't be president anymore.
Yep.
That's what happened. They pulled it off.
They did. They did a good job.
And it was set in motion, ladies and gentlemen, even before Joe Biden was elected or before they chose to elect him. Okay? Donald Trump would have been the legitimate president of the United States for a second term.
Yes.
Had the powers that be not really shown who they really are. Because money talks and bullshit walks. That's what happened. Believe that or not. It's the truth. Absolutely, Scott. New medicine. And like El Ruffian said, they sold us a work. Absolutely, brother. Mm-hmm. It was a work. Remember, there are two things. Wrestling is real. Life is a work. Okay? And Vince McMahon is not the puppet master. No. You'll never know who are. All right, Amelia, what do we got coming up next week? I'm sorry that I interrupted you.
That's okay, because I wanted you to make your point across on that. But tomorrow, actually, we have Dean Butler. He played Alonzo Wilder on Little House on the Prairie.
Yes. Great actor. Little House on the Prairie. Alonzo Wilder. Dean Butler, veteran actor. Mm-hmm. By the way, this is going to be a celebration of 50 years of Little House.
Wow.
Did you know that? That's why he's coming on.
That's amazing.
Celebrate 50 years of Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
Remarkable, ain't it?
I'll try to stay on with you as long as I can. Hopefully,
Yeah, because Amelia's going to be in the middle of fighting a hurricane, whoever the hell he is.
Right.
What?
Milton.
Hurricane Milton?
Yeah, what a name, right?
Oh, dear Jesus. They gave it Milton?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
I got nothing to say about that.
October 14th on Monday, we're going to be talking about in the news, whatever's in the news, or bullshit, rant and rave, whatever we want.
Yeah, as long as it's in the whatever news. We feel like. Why not?
And then the 15th, it's Medical Mayhem in America with Dr. Diane Lingle.
The doctor will be in the house next week. I got a doctor that's not afraid to say shit.
Absolutely. And you met her too. You were on vacation, right?
I met her on vacation, and my wife was like, oh, here he goes. Here he goes, motor mouth again. Here he goes. Who's he talking to now? Oh, my God.
And then on the 16th, we have Eastbound and Down coming back for another visit with us.
Yep, the boys from Eastbound and Down, the Smokey and the Bandit. I want to tell you what, they got one hell of a show.
We still haven't gotten a coffee cup from them yet.
I know. I've been waiting for these damn coffee cups.
I know, right?
It's like I'm going to tell Sean. I said, brother, you owe me a coffee cup. I've been waiting for this sucker. Or send me one of them jackets.
All right. Send you the jacket. I'll take the coffee cup.
Jesus. All right. Well, listen, folks. Until we see you, first of all, before we do anything, if any of you are in the wake of Hurricane Milton, on a serious note,
Yeah.
please make sure you've got plenty of food, water. Make sure you've got safe, secure shelter. If you don't have secure shelter, go to the nearest Red Cross. Go to the nearest stadium, police. They will go to the nearest firehouse.
Mm-hmm.
They'll take you in. Make sure that you got someplace safe to be. And if you know someone homeless, take them off the street. Get them off the street. Take them into your home for a night. At least get them off of the street.
Yes.
This is going to be a very, very bad, very hard hurricane to deal with, especially at 190, 200 miles an hour,
Yes.
where it is right now. But till we see you again, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, we will see you tomorrow night. And be good to each other, folks. Be kind, but be true to yourself as well, okay? You can do both.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm Mad Dog DeCipio. She's Pitbull Chapman. This is What's the Buzz? God bless you, folks. Good night. We'll see you again.
Good night.